Good day, everyone. I'm Randy. Let me bring you today to a vantage point where we can be able to see the state of water use in our country. I will provide you information on this context, however, synthesis and realizations of how it affects individually lies in us. I would like to prelude this journey by acknowledging the evolutionary development or advancement of Filipinos have contributed to the community.
Filipinos significantly made a long way in instituting development in the different parts of the country. It encompasses all sectors of the society, and these are distributed in the different geographical landscapes. Land use activities like agriculture, tourism, human settlement, and more have brought significant outcomes in improving the lives of every Filipino. However, accompanying these significant benefits and advancements are the equal disadvantages that put natural resources and environmental services in state of crisis. Many ecological downfalls were noted, validated, and documented. Habitat degradation, erosion, air and water pollution put the integrity of environmental services at stake and sustainability principle in question. Philippines is by far one of the countries that is rich in freshwater resource. From Lapong and Fujihara, 2008, Philippines is basically made of 59 lakes, 421 river basins with 40 to 25,649 square kilometer drainage area. 18 of these were identified as major river basins with drainage areas of at least 1,400 square kilometer, while the other smaller river basins have an area of at least 50 square kilometer. These were identified as major sources of fresh water in the country. Taking further into account the findings of Lapong and Fujihara, the uses of water in the country by sector revealed that 74% of surface water is utilized by agriculture, 17% for domestic, and 9% for industrial. In the context of groundwater resources, the distribution by sector are the following: 63% domestic, 17% industries, 13% agriculture, 1% power generation, and 6% other uses. Freshwater resource is non-renewable. The increasing number of users day by day, industrialization and agricultural needs are equated by the increasing demand for water volume needed every day. This simply put to a notion that day by day, competition exists for this resource.
Let me ask you to think the state of water use and management in the country. What do you think is its state today? Our country is gradually entering into the state of water crisis. The increasing demand for water usage by the various sectors, aggravated by the recurring unpredictable rainfall brought by climate change and the widespread water pollution, will likely bring this country into stress and intense water competition in the future. The continued exodus of people from rural areas to urban areas is also compounding this water crisis. It is, however, a saddening thought that, as always, the most vulnerable and the affected sectors are the poor and the small farmers. They are labeled as the least equipped sectors to cope. Moreover, different ecosystems also greatly suffer. Rapid urbanization and infrastructure development compounded this issue. It affects the hydrological cycle and thus identified as a culprit of diminishing groundwater recharge for our groundwater reservoir. Let us look at the institutional and management aspect of dealing this water resource. According to Lapong and Fujihara 2008, these are the root causes of water supply and demand imbalance in the country. Accordingly, The country needs to further strengthen the water resources management and development to a more integrated and holistic fashion. The management of water as a critical resource shall be done in sustainable manner, taking into account the needs of the present and the future generations. Can we afford to watch this crisis in silence? What is needed to be done? Let's do our share and contribute in the best that we can. Local initiative with global impact is in us. Let's conserve water by reducing wastage.